Have you ever wondered why when somebody leaves a cult, they are shunned or they're excommunicated, they're ignored, they're cast out? And this is by people who they've known all their lives. This is their family, their friends, and maybe you've been in this group for 50, 60, 70 years, and just overnight it's gone. Well, it has to be that way. And let me explain why. So when somebody's missing from the group, there has to be a reason why. They have to tell the rest of the members of the group why they're no longer there. And if they were to say, well, he found Jesus and he realized that salvation is not of works, but by the grace of God, and he no longer goes here. They can't do that. They cannot say that, because if they did, then their entire foundation crumbles. Everything, their culture, their rules, their ordinances, everything just falls apart. Because if salvation is found outside of that group, then none of those rules matter, and none of those rules have any effect anymore. So they have to control the narrative by, first of all, not letting them know why you left, right? They can't let other people in the group know the true reason. And so one of the easiest ways to prevent that from happening is just to cut off all communication, and hence the shunning and the excommunication. In order to preserve their religion, that's why you have to be shunned. So an Amish family recently had been shunned, and we got an opportunity to go visit with them, and I did a couple videos on them, Leonard and Dora, and he had mentioned that now that he is shunned, he's actually worse than an outsider, worse than somebody of the world, because he had the opportunity to once know what is true and right, the Amish culture. He's actually treated as worse than just worldly people, what they would consider, or English people for the Amish. And so what's interesting is the group I grew up in, the 2x2s, it's kind of the same thing, is if you've known the true way, and you've chosen to step away or lose your faith or whatever, however they want to say, then you're worse off than ever knowing it in the first place. And so, but that's why they have to shun you, and they have to put that separation. So the good news is a little bit of encouragement here. If you've experienced shunning, if you've been in part of a group where you've been cut off, you've been cast away, you've been excommunicated, I want to give you a little bit of encouragement. When Jesus was dying on the cross, there was the two men, and the one was mocking him, and the one asked for forgiveness. He recognized who Jesus was. And Jesus says, "Today you will be with me in paradise." So I just want to give you a little bit of encouragement. For those of you who have left some sort of a group, some sort of a religion, step out of that box. And when you step into the glorious light of Christ, and you are a new creation in Christ, it's going to happen. It's hard, but keep your eyes on the goal, keep your eyes on Christ, and he will keep you. And share the gospel, because everybody who is shunning you, everybody who has forgotten you, excommunicated you, they need the gospel too. They need Christ also. So keep your head up.